Hello, everyone, and welcome to Clutch Them Pearls. Today marks 2 months since 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan have vanished from their Pictou County home in Nova Scotia. 2 months, no arrest, no confirmed sighting, and still no answers. What happened on May 2nd, 2025 has become more than a missing persons case. It's now a blueprint of silence, misdirection, and inconsistencies that contain the truth. If you've been following this case from the beginning, you know how strange it's always felt. Tonight, we're digging deeper and not to just into what has been said, but more importantly, what hasn't been said. Sometimes that missing story is more haunting than what's there. We're going to explore all of the things that has happened in Lilly and Jack Sullivan's case and what didn't on the other side of this.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime.
come true. Happy birthday from Clutch Them Pearls to you. Don't be going
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very, very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is July 2nd, 2025. It is currently 9:49 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you guys are amazing. Today we are talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan case out of Nova Scotia, who has sadly been missing 2 months today. And we're going to be talking about not only what has been said, but sometimes, in my opinion, something's going on with my computer right now, my program. I'm trying to pull it. It's not showing. It's not showing. Hold on. Let me get 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if it'll do it now. But it's still not doing it. Come on, man. There we go. It's sometimes what's missing from a story is more haunting than what's there, right? And that is kind of what we're talking about today. If I give you my number, can you call me? I'm in the UK though. I can't. I don't have I don't think it'll let me call. I don't think so. Did you get a concussion? Somebody get hurt? It's someone's birthday in here today. Whose birthday was it? I can't remember whose birthday it was. Hello, CT. Good to see you. Robin, Angel, Ruby, Pink, Melanie, Robin, Robini, Lisa, Baby Kisses, Sherry, Shoshana. Good to see you. Rhonda, Pink, Robin, YouTuber, Canadian Cookie, Paul. Good to see you. Uber, L. Kennedy. No, I can't. Ruby. It's Ruby's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Ruby. I'll sing happy birthday to you at the end of this live stream if you're here. 61. You're a Cancer like I am. Oh my God. Speaking of, I just thought of astrological signs. You know how everybody today is they're online, they're suddenly talking about their ancestors and their warrior queens. That drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Your ancestors were warriors. Meanwhile, these people had a panic attack because their DoorDash substituted their oat milk. Your ancestors stormed castles, right? You stormed Twitter because someone disagreed with you on your astrological sign. It's ugh. These people drive me nuts. I'm sorry, rant over. I can't with these people, man. Like, listen, what sign are you? So we're gonna be BFFs or not? I'm like, you know what? I don't care what side you are, just don't be a shitbag. How about that? It's like these people are crazy. What? They substituted the oat milk? Sorry. Happy birthday, Ruby. Happy birthday. Okay. Getting on with the show. It seems like Daniel is 15th. Fun. Thank you, she ran calling Wildflower. Thank you so much. It seems like Daniel's being a little more quieter the last few days. There hasn't been as many leaky leaks of his text messages. So there's that. But we have a hell of a lot to get into. I want to go over some oh no, we'll get to that in a second. So the Globe News put out a couple little things today, meaning that it's hitting the 2-month mark. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much. Mom's is on the 16th. My dad is on the 18th. Aw. They were both cancers. I mean, that's amazing. Okay, here we go. Credit goes to the Globe, Canada.
Is no update in the investigation for the siblings who were reported missing from Pictou County 2 months ago today. 4-year-old Jack and 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station on May 2nd. The last update RCMP provided was on June 11th. At that time, they confirmed they had collected hundreds of hours of footage from the area around their home. Police have also formally interviewed more than 50 people, received almost 500 tips, and conducted extensive search and rescue operations. Since then, the case has been added to Nova Scotia's Major Crimes Rewards program, which offers a $150,000 reward for information.
You know, can they just not go ahead and say this is criminal in their opinion? Well, not that in their opinion, but that it's criminal. Like, can we just not say that? I was I was speaking with a police officer yesterday, and he was talking about Sebastian Rogers' case, and he said, in his opinion, he would have already told him that it was criminal. The public, like outright, I mean, we know it's criminal because I've got the email from Sebastian's detective. But like, can we not just say like you've homicide is investigating it? You guys made 3 boo-boos. They edited the article, that article of the $150,000 reward 3 times within 90 minutes. Like, can we not just say it's criminal? Like something, come on. They don't even have to say who they believe is criminal, right? But just get on with it. I think, and this is what this officer was telling me. He said because a lot of times that puts a lot of pressure on the suspected offenders, right? Sky Maiden, the ransom hoax is a bunch of BS in the Sebastian Rogers case, in my opinion. It's either someone that needs attention. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. People make a big deal out of a lot of small things in a lot of these cases, in my opinion, and it's just nothing. Just literally nothing. Right? I smile. I see what is happening. Your ass smiled around and found out about what. I don't know what you mean, Bobby, honey. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Anything in the news. Yeah, that's, yep. Yep. So anyway, Clara Bell's mom had court today. Yes. They might have rescheduled it, Andrea, I think. Oh, thank you, Miss Holly. Thank you, lovies. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, love. Thank you so much, my dear. Hope you are well. Is everything okay? Okay. Hello, Bubby. Good to see you, my dear. Something going on in chat or something? Always on empty. Good to see you. Love you. Thank you so much. 11 months. Really do appreciate you. Hope you are well, my dear. Okay. Moving on here. There is, let's see what this says.
That
Roger.
leads to finding the siblings.
I don't know. I think we need to, like, I wish that there was something like the RCMP could give us routes that they are looking at. They don't have to say who was on that route, right? You get what I mean? And like let the searchers look, because I believe they are somewhere along these routes. Oh, okay. All right, Lakeside. Don't worry about it. It's okay. No worries, my dear. I do believe now. Thank you, Doug's. So I'm wondering, when it comes to Lilly and Jack's case, right? Like, it's only been 2 months and we need to still look, right? We need to still look. Now, the one thing is, if, for instance, if there is foul play, I want to add that caveat to it. If there is foul play, which I absolutely believe there is, in my opinion, if they could be removed via ATV, then I don't believe they're as far, right? I think they would be closer around the area. ATVs, how far can an ATV go on a tank of gas? This, I don't know how far they can go. Not like a hell of a long ways, because they got to have gas to come back. Oh. Not as far as a car, right? 50 miles. So 25. So it'd have to be within a 25-mile area. Okay. Let me, I forgot to put something here. I forgot to add these because I wanted to talk about them. Just remembered. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. These are some things that I want to talk about. In a text message, Belinda said something very interesting. 50 to 100 miles, depending on the train. Someone told me what someone told me one thing about what kind of ATV it was, but I can't remember what it was exactly. But I want to show you some of these text messages here. Here we go. Oh, they're so tiny. Let me save them. I'll do it like this then. Sorry, guys. Apologize for this. Okay. All right, we're done. Got it. Got it covered. So these are not like terribly new, but there's I wanted to speak about them because I was thinking about something. They can go in places you wouldn't expect. Absolutely. There's no doubt about that, right? But I think most places. So one thing about how people are placed generally matters on the relationship you have with them, right? If there is, if you like someone unalives someone and removes them, they generally will throw them along the road, or they will, just discard them like trash. Now, this is not always, it varies, but particularly, I'm sorry, guys, 1 second. I apologize. But generally, like people you have a close relationship or you love, they will generally place their loved ones in something and disregard their mains. They will bury them, cover them up with something, but with just like unalivers who don't know the person, many times they'll just throw them along the road or something. And I'm there either way. If there is foul play, they are generally very close to a road of some sort or a trail of some sort. And we hear Daniel always talking about roads, culverts. Oh, congratulations. Who was that? Sheila, congratulations. Um, there is. It's there's so many ocean wild. There is so many. I mean, there's so many lakes I mean, just around their house there was so many that they searched, right? And there's waterfalls and all of that, which Daniel also talks about a lot as well. So many, so many. Daniel even makes water references with Malaya and their love story, right? So clearly he's a fisherman too, right? So he is about that life. Like he is a water person, it seems. There's a lot of talk around that. Had me dancing in the back in oh, that's funny, Sheila. Uh Decker threw the girl, he threw him down a ravine. Yeah, yeah. He had their, which is a very common thing to do, right? He had their heads covered. That's a very common thing for people after they I mean, that's how he unalived them, but regardless, it's still a cover up, right? They generally don't want to see their faces. Their faces. I think Decker thought he was going to be caught, or they were going to start looking for him sooner. So in my opinion, that's why I think they didn't do something. Like he didn't, you know what I mean? He needs to be found. Yes, he does always on empty. He sure does. Okay, so moving on here. Let's get with it. So this says, this is Belinda over here, and she says, I'm wondering too. She says, I did notice that she didn't post as many pics of Lilly and Jack, meaning Malaya, in Belinda's opinion. Now, she did post pictures of Lilly and Jack, that, but she didn't post as many pictures of Lilly and Jack. And one thing, Daniel wants to always be this superhero status, right? It's never about me. He doesn't, he has no, he does not know how to look internally and self reflect. He talks no self reflection whatsoever, right? No, you know what? I can see how you would think that, right? Constant blaming the other person and how he has always done the right thing. The right thing. And he talks about, Lilly and Jack, like he's the only one that took care of them. He's the only one. Yes, Andrea, Power Ranger Daniel. Oh, he's definitely promoting an image. Lake said, definitely. Yes. But he is the one that says, I'm the only one that paid attention to them. I'm the only one that took them outside after Meadow was born. Malaya didn't hardly pay attention to the kids. I don't see that happening. I really don't see that happening, because you would think that if she was going through postpartum depression, just the way I think, sometimes postpartum depression, you have hard time bonding with the baby, right? She's had Jack and Lilly. She looked like she was a good mother, in the photos at least, and until she at least got with Daniel, hey, always like good to see you. It seemed like she was a good mother, right? But Daniel didn't have any photos of Jack or Lilly that wasn't like a family photo, which I don't even know if he had those on his profile on Facebook, right? And if he's this dad figure, and loves them and treat them like his own, why didn't he show it as equally, right? So I kind of get the feeling, based on just what we've seen with our own eyes and what we haven't seen, and their words, and then also Belinda saying this, I feel like Lilly and Jack really got pushed to the side whenever baby Meadow was born. Like really pushed to the side. He was just on shutdown. Yeah. He was working. They work allegedly 6 to 9 months out of the year, and then they have to work 1 day a week to keep their job or something to that effect. Marginalized, yes, for sure. So she says that, yes, the kids were getting their haircuts, something like that. Okay, that was new to me too. Okay, So there's that one. Now let's go to this one. They're kind of blurry, so I apologize. When I have to zoom them in, they get kind of blurry. But here, Belinda says only that the dog barks at everything. Again, you would think that the dog would have been barking that morning, especially if someone came in the yard or something, which I don't think really anybody at this point thinks someone came out of the, came up and took them, do they? Does anyone believe that? And really, just if the kids had gotten out, you would think the dogs would have been barking, or the dog would have went with. Damn, these are so blurry. She said it barked the whole time we were there. So it's just a dog that kept barking. Now remember, Janie, she said that she didn't want to let the RCMP come in because of a dog. I don't know. Like, I get such a bad feeling about that. Like, I don't think she was necessarily, I don't think the kids were in there or anything like that, but I really wonder. I don't get the dog scenario. Where's Durwood at? What happened to him, Eileen? Did he leave? Did Durwood leave? Durwood saying, okay. It does sound a bit suspicious, CT. And it's like, I don't know. It sounds to me like there's just, like, I don't understand. Like, if law enforcement, like, literally, the kids just went missing, right? The kids just went missing. And you're saying, sorry, no, you can't come in. You can't come in. There's a dog in there. I would be like, put it on a fucking leash. How about that? How about that? Janie said she didn't want RCMP to look in her cupboard also. And yes, the cupboard. Is that like a cabinet? A cupboard? Is that what they call it? Just like a kitchen cabinet? Is that what they mean? So, guys, y'all tell me about Durwood. What happened with Durwood? I want to hear. I love how real Justin is. Thank you. I just try to be real as possible. Let's just be real here. Uncooperative. Yeah, it's very suspicious. I mean, do we know that RCMP came back with a warrant or not? They said they would have to go get a warrant. Yes. So I'm assuming, didn't he mention something about court, or was there for Daniel? I don't follow him either, Sherry. I don't know what you're talking about, Eileen. I'm sorry. We call cabinets cupboards. Yeah, I mean, I think some Americans do too, but it used to be a more common word than it is now, I guess. You'd think that they would be very, oh, you would think. What search was that, Paul? Oh, cupboards. You call them cupboards? Is that how you pronounce them? There's cupboards. Is that it? Is that how you pronounce it? Is that how you spell? That's how you spell it? I don't know. Okay, I'm way off there then. The C is silent. But that's how the British says it, isn't it? Cupboards. Cupboards. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Boards for the cups. Okay, so I'm just trying to think, like, what could she have in her cupboards? Her kitchen cupboards. That she wouldn't want. I don't understand that. And Jane cried and daughter and said no one to blame her. I know. And that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me, right? Like, Andrea, that's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe rugs, right? But let me tell you, like, if the police are ever there for like a life and death situation, they're not they don't care. They don't care the rugs there. You know what I mean? Like, they're not there for that. Well, Sarah, that's what we're going to get to. That's one of the messages. I always keep my meds on my one of the cupboards in the RV. The hot water tank is located. Illegal pew-pews. I don't know, but I wouldn't start crying whenever they are saying we just need to look and say, Mom, they're not blaming you. I mean, this was the next day, right? Correct? Am I right? This was Saturday when this happened, right? Saturday. So if this was Saturday, kids barely missing 24 hours, they are not even suspecting anybody at this time. Anybody at this time. And it's just very weird to me how she's already like pointing toward herself almost. Rugs and not the Persian type, yes. Perhaps. Janie's crying, Justin's crying, and Malaya is just leaving. Yes. Bet Mom has a criminal. I kind of feel that way too, Lakeside, to be honest with you. I haven't checked. I don't know if you can for Canada, but and so the dog, but that day I was there talking to Daniel, I never heard the dog. And then I can't see. No, that was the 11th, I think it says. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, because the one I find is the one I really want to talk about. Okay. This one's an interesting one. Remember Charlotte, 9 years old. Charlotte Sina was found in the cabinet in abductor's camper. Yes. Oh, wrong one. Damn. 1 second. We'll get to that in a second. The mom has been shady from day one, in my view. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't think I think Malaya and Daniel are equally shady. Absolutely equally shady, in my opinion. 1,000%. When I first saw a pic of him, my gut said there was something off seeing him on TV. I felt it was acting mostly in person. I don't know now. To me, someone on that property has to know something. Kids don't just vanish. And she said, I did go inside May 3rd. Sadly, the place is just as bad. Now, there was no reason for that place to be like that. There just wasn't. There just wasn't. Malaya used to never live like that. And she may have postpartum. She could. But I don't think it's that, in my opinion. I don't think it's that. I think it's something else. Now, remember, Meadow, she's like 18 months old, and postpartum can last a long time. It can, but you would think that she would have gotten help at least within the 18 or months or 2 years close to it, in my opinion. And I just don't think it's postpartum, right? All right. Justin, Cheryl, Malaya's friend, said Janny allegedly tried to assault her in one of the two fights on Saturday. Logan didn't deny it when Cheryl said it. Really? I'm telling you, there's something. That message that Daniel says, because he's wanting to get to Malaya when this is first going on, right? He is trying his damnedest to talk to her. And she, nothing to do with him. Now, some of that could have been because of her mom, but then I don't think so now, because she went away from her mom for a while and maybe still is. I don't know. So she apparently didn't try to get, back with Daniel. Well, Brandy, you're bringing up my point. You're bringing up my point about really the live. We're going to talk a little bit about today, but it's going to be more tomorrow, I think. So whenever this all started out, right? Whenever this all started out, it was Daniel and Malaya, and they had the same story. Everything was more together. And then after Malaya left, Daniel still said, don't talk about Malaya, leave Malaya alone. And then he started saying, don't talk about Malaya. She might do something more or less to Meadow. And then I got to thinking, then it really went off the rails with Daniel. Daniel started texting about Malaya saying, she's the worst, she's responsible, she knows where the kids are, this and this and this. And I was thinking, did the RCMP, did they send, or did they when they interviewed Malaya, because they've interviewed her more than one time, did Malaya tell the RCMP something and then go to Daniel and say, Daniel, Malaya said this, right? And that's how, trying to get them to maybe to turn on each other, or Daniel didn't want the RCMP to know that, and that's why he started flipping like that, being the RCMP said, well, Malaya told us this. Malaya told us this. So why are you saying this? Now, whether it's a lie that the in this scenario, the RCMP may be lying to one of them, but I still trust Malaya more than Daniel. I want to trust Malaya more than Daniel, but I think I'm due, because I think I trust Malaya a little bit more than I do Daniel. But here's the thing. I don't know. We don't have as much information from her. You get what I mean? We just have a 2-minute interview, and we have a silence. And so there's not as much to critique her on, with her alibi. So I really don't trust either one of them equally, because it's not normal. It's not at all normal for a mother to not, to be silent. So you texted me. Okay, honey, baby. Hold on. I don't trust any of them except Belinda. I trust Belinda, but I will tell you, there's been people that's been giving her grief as well. Is she getting visitation with Meadow? Anyone know? Not that I'm aware. Malaya is talking with the RCMP through a lawyer. Yeah. But I'm talking about early on, like maybe before she got the lawyer. Maybe before then. I had a medium stepfather. Oh, yeah. Here is the link where Cheryl speaks. Okay. Thank you so much, Be in Florida. All right. Thank you. I've not seen this. So credit goes to Hidden in the Fog. Subscribe to him. I'll put the link in the description as well. This is Malaya's friend that speaks out. Is what common behavior. She didn't start talking until she left. Yeah, I mean, Malaya's texted a few people, but to not sit down and do an interview with the news, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, Uber. This is the thing that's driving me nuts about this case. Daniel is 90 miles an hour, and all of these people around him, right? And they're all saying what Daniel says. Every one of them. Every one of them. Why? Because Daniel doesn't even know what Daniel thinks. His Honda SUV will keep. Daniel has been nothing. You think Daniel's been an open book? I think he's been a fiction novel. I think he's been, I mean, you can believe how you want to believe, but I think he's been nothing but a fiction novel. I think he wants people to like him, and he cares about what people think about him more than he cares about telling the truth about Jack and Lilly. Cannot imagine a step parent lying over and over and over again. Even Durwood says he fucking lied. Pardon my French. Even Durwood, which is crazy. That's not super intelligent people, and the truth is much more simpler than we realize, I imagine. I agree, the truth is much more simpler. I that is one thing I will generally agree on. The truth is generally very simple, right? Someone got pissed off, something, they went into a rage, kids got into something, but all you have to do is tell the truth once. That's all you got to do. Tell the truth once. You can't say, stand in front of God and country for 6 weeks and do interviews and then say, no, I know Malaya's got the kids. Oops, I've been lying the whole time. But I don't know where they are. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Because now you are pushing 100% of the blame on Malaya. And let me tell you something, Dan, Danny, Daniel, it doesn't work like that, boo-boo. It doesn't. If you know the last 6 weeks that Malaya is lying and you're willing to lie for her, why? Oh, because we loved each other. No, y'all were fighting weeks prior, Daniel. Y'all weren't in love whenever those kids went missing like that. You know you wasn't. You were not in love. I mean, I think you might have loved her, but I think Malaya was, I think your relationship was cold as a mother chicken. And I'll be honest with you, I don't see you two even laying in the same bed, in my opinion, at the very end, the last 2 weeks. Everyone that believes Daniel. They're like, oh, it's all on Malaya. No. No, it's not. The only one that I have seen lie in front of our face and ears. Hypnotize them. Well, maybe they want to do it. I don't understand why you just I just don't understand why someone can't tell the truth where a 4 and a 6-year-old is. Is Durwood Janie's best friend? I think Durwood right now is trying to be the king of the single wide of the RV park. I think he's trying to be stepdad to Daniel at this point, it seems. Something's going on. Damn. I don't know. But what's her name? Old Janie, I'll make that pipe in that RV go red hot, girl. The RV's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Is D still soaking up his 15 minutes? No, he's. Oh, I know he's not. Listen, no, yeah, I know he's not. I'm working on my statement analysis right now, and I can tell you he's lying like a rug, like a filthy ass rug. He is taking someone else's account and saying this is a fact when he is confusing someone's statement as a fact. It's not a fact. Someone's statement is not a fact, right? Especially if they can't prove anything. They don't have any receipts. I love your monkey mind. I love that. Okay. Here we go. We'll come back to this in a second. I want to, speaking of our little deception daddy, where is he? Here he is. He's so cute. Okay, here's deception daddy right there. And this is Durwood. It makes me want to change the shape of my glasses now. There you go.
Are alive, and somebody has them that's taking care of them. Meadow is in custody of CPS, and they're going to decide where Meadow goes. Jack and Lilly, I'm telling you, they're alive, and I'm sure they're being protected by the Native community, probably not the Native community in Shubenacadie. And they may not even be in Canada.
Oh my God. Lady for Justice, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you very, very much. And thank you always on empty. Really do appreciate you, my dear, as well. I don't know if the deception daddy's in here, detective. We'll see.
Now, that's what I know, and there's a big difference between what I know and what I think.
Yes, he's actually claiming to know where missing Lilly and Jack Sullivan are, and yes, I think he's a liar. In fact, I know he is. So in today's video, let's watch YouTuber Joseph Morris's video about Durwood O'Grady, or is it Darren Geddes? I lost track of all his fake names, and I'll show you why. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes.
I want to say this. I have not heard this, but like, I can already tell you, I love Deception Detective for this right now. I love him. Deception Detective, I think he's Canadian. I'm pretty sure he's Canadian. God, I love you, Canadians.
And manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusives and other cool perks, join the channel. Link in description. If you're watching this video, I assume you're at least familiar with the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan from Nova Scotia, Canada. So rather than
not in hypnosis. I mean, hypnosis, I don't know if can be used in court, can it? That's Joseph. He comes in here sometimes. He's a really big creator. A really, really big creator.
Then recapping the case before we dive into this video, I just want to quickly recap why I say I know this guy's a liar. And that's because he's been doing YouTube interviews for a couple days now, and when he first started doing them, he gave one name, and now he gives another name. That's a confirmed lie. And if we were in court right now and he was up on the witness stand, it could definitely be used against him to impeach his credibility as a witness. Now, does that mean that everything he says is a lie? No, of course not. But it's not good when the lie tally is already at 1 before you even started telling your story. So without further ado, let's listen to his story and see how high that lie tally goes.
An explosive development has shaken the Lilly and Jack Sullivan case. A man previously known as Derwood O'Grady now reveals himself as Darren Geddes from Trenton, Nova Scotia. And he has come forward on a crime and shame with Sonny Austin and Dolly Vision with Jimmy Williams to declare he is 1,000% certain Jack and Lilly are alive and being cared for on a native reservation.
People out there, my name is Darren. My first name, my real name is D-A-R-I-N. My last name is Geddes, G-E-D-D-E-S. I'm a Stellarton rat. I was born in Stellarton. I live in Trenton. I'm related to Patty Allen and the people, my family in Truro. I know the McKenzie boys, James, Alvin, Earl, Daniel's father. I haven't known Earl. I only spotted him once. I've seen him a few times, but I've known James and Alvin and the rest of them for years.
Darren says he spoke to someone with direct knowledge of the children's whereabouts, but will only name this source if his information is proven.
I think Malaya knows, Daniel knows, Janie knows, Justin knows.
False. He's cross-checked this account with other witnesses, reinforcing his belief that it's 1,000% true. This bombshell tip has broken the case wide open, sparking renewed hope for the children's safety and prompting widespread attention.
Nope.
I wrote Darren off as a hoaxer or an attention seeker when I first heard that he changed his name, and then he popped up out of the blue talking to small YouTube channels.
Oh, he changed his name? I didn't even know he changed his name. He changed his name. He hung up on me because I asked him a freaking question. What kind of person does that? I'm 80% sure. Well, Mother Chicken, tell me how. How you're 80% sure. I would love to know. And then if you're 80% sure, you should be able to tell us something. He gave us 0% of anything. And now it's a different story. It's a completely different story. Anyone who believes that man, you've literally couldn't have 2 brain cells to rub together. You couldn't. He knows nothing about true crime at all. He just doesn't. These cases are very, very difficult. Is Mikima in here? I didn't see her. C. Taylor. Are you on a different name? Are you on a different name, C. Taylor? No. Hold on. I'm thinking of R. Taylor. Never mind. Sorry. Yes, that's it, Rogue. That's exactly it. Breaking news, Durwood says someone named so-and-so said that so-and-so said so-and-so has Jack and Lily where with so-and-so. Yes. And I've always said, I believe he actually thinks he's making headway. He really does. But this is the thing. He was very suspicious of Daniel, he admits, in the beginning. But when he got to know Daniel and them, they suckered him right in. Suckered him right in. I don't know, Rainbow. I really don't. I would love to know more about those dogs. It is his 15 minutes of fame, I think. You know, I think he's trying to be a Sherlock Holmes. And he's thinking, you know, he's like, oh, oh, okay. So, Belinda, say that again. Daniel told you that too, right? Uh-huh. So now we have two statements that line up. Well, that just means a fucking liar told two of you the same thing. That's the only thing that means. Sorry. I'm sorry for cussing. But it's just ridiculous. I was thinking that, Annette, too. That's all it means. A liar told you both the same thing. That's it. Making this big old thing about it. Oh my God. Daniel told you that too. Well, LIB. I get the feeling. I'm just not going to say it. Never mind.
Regurgitating information that had already been made public by the news. But even if I hadn't, this is the point where I would have written him off. And that's because he openly admits that all the information he has is hearsay. Moreover, it's hearsay from an anonymous source. To put it a different way, he might as well just be saying that he consulted with a psychic like Sloan Bella and now knows what happened. But I actually think it's worse than that. I don't think he's a naive rube who got taken advantage of. Listen to this next part.
Oh boy, and I can't say who they are, and I can't really say what they told me, but it's ironclad. It's 1,000% true. Okay, I know exactly what happened to the kid. The kids are alive. The kids are probably not in Nova Scotia now, but the kids are safe. The kids are being taken care of by, I'm sure, by Malaya's native people. My number one goal, if we could get those kids back alive, that would have been it. Knowing what I found out today through CPS.
That's everyone's goal.
And the information I found out from this.
Did he say CPS? Hold on.
Sure, by Malaya's native people. My number one goal, if we could get those kids back alive, that would have been it. Knowing what I found out today through CPS and...
You didn't find out a damn thing about CPS. You didn't find out a damn thing about CPS. Or SPC, for that matter. Spell it backwards. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
And the information I found out from this person, and believe me, it's ironclad. It's 1,000%. The kids are alive, and somebody has them that's taking care of them. Meadow is in custody of CPS, and they're going to decide where Meadow goes. Jack and Lilly, I'm telling you, they're alive, and I'm sure they're being protected by the Native community, probably not the Native community in Shubenacadie. And they may not even be in Canada. Now, that's what I know, and there's a big difference between what I know and what I think. So I just told.
Yep, I think that's what it is, Jenny. I think because he's already starting. This case has made me homeless. How does 2 children going missing make you homeless?
What I know,
and that really pisses me off, to be quite honest with you, that saying that right there, because you're like, because of Jack and Lilly now, because I have done so much and people's went against me, it's made me homeless.
Turn out to be wrong, the source that informed me this afternoon, then I'll fully expose it, because this source is very important, very in the know, very.
The only thing, never mind, just go
very heavy, right in the middle of everything, and I almost said a he or she, and I'm not going to do that. They know everything that happened right from start to finish. I double checked it with other people, other witnesses.
Damn. I have never seen someone so certain of ignorance in my life. I have never seen someone so certain of his ignorance. I have no idea, the Canadian lady. I have no idea. But I don't think anyone did that, whether his house or something was burned down. I'm terrible sorry about that. Nobody deserves that. But I don't think it's because of Jack and Lilly in this case at all.
Other sources.
It might be a coincidence, but right around the time that Darren started doing these YouTube interviews, the RCMP posted a $150,000 reward for any information that could lead to the discovery of Lilly and Jack. So it is possible that he's trying to stake his claim to that reward by saying he knows where the kids are, and then just hoping that the RCMP find them anyway.
Oh yeah, he's what's his name? Don B, I think it's his name. He said he called the RCMP and he says they knew nothing. And if he did call the RCMP and they checked it out, clearly it was nothing.
Where in Canada or outside of Canada, he certainly did cast a wide net. But after watching Joseph's entire video, I actually think it's something else.
I agree.
If you've seen my series about Bernd Stellander, you'll know what I'm getting at. But if you haven't, don't worry. Let's listen to the rest of Joseph's video, and then I'll explain.
Darren also suggested Malaya may be grappling with postpartum depression and sought to escape her difficult situation with Daniel, with assistance from a group of girls around her age.
So I think amongst her friends, some of them coordinated and took it upon themselves to help their friend. And they did it in a very stupid way. If they had talked to an old idiot like myself, we might have been able to give them a better way to do that, because what they feared we could have protected her from right off the bat would have been no problem to protect her what she was scared of. And I believe if she would have done it that way and she wanted to separate and walk out, she could have walked out with her kids. She could have walked out peacefully. We could have drove her and taken her to, like some of my relatives have a good life, and we could have parked her in there, and some of us would have protected her and watched out for her.
I cannot roll my ass hard enough.
Her people would have protected her, helped her financially, would have helped her with the kids, and we could have brought her right along back into a life where she wouldn't have to be scared and she'd be protected.
The plot thickened when Malaya reportedly fled with Meadow on Friday after learning Darren was closing in. Meadow was then removed from her custody for violating a CPS order requiring her to stay with Meadow at her mother's home, Cindy Murray's residence. This breach has added another layer to this complex saga.
When she took off for the reservation from Cindy's place, that took it totally out of my hands as far as Meadow and her goes, because then that opened up the door.
So Janie says she was lying the whole time when she saw Malaya coming back out of from the road area, and Daniel was lying. He said, my mom was asleep and I woke her up screaming. Justin, he's kind of admitting Malaya was scared at Daniel's place. I don't know. You can't help either one of these parents, because one parent or one stepdad, he says everything and a bunch of lies, and the other one won't talk. What do you do? What do you do? And there's 2 children missing 2 months today. 2 months. Did anyone give a wooden nickel about these children's interest? I don't think so. I don't think so. How could they? It's sad to me that Lilly and Jack's bio father sitting on his ass, doing nothing. It saddens me that Daniel, who is the superhero, lies out his ass. It saddens me that a mother who had 3 kids, 2 is missing, 1 is taken away, is doing nothing. Nothing at all. The only one that has tried to get answers since the kids have been missing is Belinda. Now, feel how you feel about, whatever, that she wasn't there for the last 2 years or whatever. It is what it is. But at least she's doing now. Hang on, good to see, honey. Logan seemed like a confrontational biatch. I listened to that one interview with her, but I think that they all just eat up what Daniel says. Oh, Danny, tell us the next lie. Because that's all it is. That's it. I think Logan and Daniel are much closer than they. It's weird. Darren and yes, listening to gossip from Daniel. Yeah, that's all it is. The only thing Daniel is telling at this point is things to try to make him look better and Malaya look worse. And I don't buy it at all. I don't buy it. I mean, does people understand what he and all of them are saying? Yeah, we lied for the last 8 weeks about we knew Lilly and Jack were taken. And that's okay. That's okay with you? It's okay that you're saying that they were lying, that 2 children were missing, millions of dollars spent, vigils, people doing anything and everything they can to try to find these children? And just, oh, they were, yeah. Yeah. No big deal. No, you were lying then and you're lying now to cover up your lies that you told. Your inconsistency bullshit, because we got you in it. It's frustrating. It is frustrating. It drives me nuts that there are individuals who knows where these children are and just won't say. Right? Preach, girl. Amen. You request lie detector test when children are missing. I would be requesting drones instead to help find them, not pay for a lie detector. Amen to that. Yes. Yeah. They're going to bring in lie detectors to say that I'm not lying. When are you talking about how we can get what's the game plan? It's all about how innocent you are, Mr. Daniel. I know drones were used, but she's saying she would be requesting more drones, right? Canadian veteran, yeah.
For them to take Meadow, but it also opened up the door for the RCMP to use a lot of leverage on her.
Darren confirms that he shared this critical information with the...
Listen. He just told us the answer when he said, when they said in that interview, when the first Daniel volunteered this. The first question they asked me is, did I kill Jack or Lilly? And the reporter said, and how did you feel? Nervous. My heart was racing 20,000 miles an hour. Your heart should not be racing at 20,000 miles an hour when they ask you that. That's not the right answer, Daniel. That's not the right answer, because you know that this takes several hours to do, and they have you at a baseline whenever you start the test. You just told us. Why would you be nervous about something like that? You should be insulted and say, they asked me, of course I didn't. Why would I get nervous over something like that? Why would you get nervous over them saying or them asking rather, if you killed Jack or Lilly? You just told us your answer. You just told us how you were feeling, and therefore the lie detector picked it up. Your heart starts racing. There's physical manifestations that go on in your body when that starts. You start sweating, right? Your breathing changes, and that is a lie when that happens. He's just not very bright.
RCMP, but with Jack and Lilly still unaccounted for, he's frustrated by the authorities' response. He chose to go public to draw urgent attention to this potentially case-breaking lead, hoping...
Zoot, please tell me you're lying. And I know you wouldn't. Durwood suggesting a lawyer is informing Malaya to keep the children hidden is offensive bullshit. Is he still saying that? Darren is selfish. Malaya and Daniel are selfish. The whole situation is horrible. Why is anyone giving that man a platform? This is doing nothing for this case except confusing people who believe anything and giving them content.
To accelerate efforts to locate the children.
Now, I want the cops to move. Don't jerk around. These kids, these kids could be anywhere from a farmhouse outside of Tattamakush.
Okay, and exactly. He has no clue what the lawyer is saying. There's a thing called lawyer-client. What is it? Confidentiality. Mr. Durwood and Malaya, you said, is not speaking to you. Good job, Malaya. And the attorney is definitely not going to tell about his clients. So how the hell, and privilege, yeah, that's it. How the hell are you going to know? Attorney-client privilege, yeah. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Well, confidentiality too, as well. How the hell are you going to know? Malaya's not talking to you, and the attorney is not talking to you either. So how do you know? I'll wait.
To Plattsburgh, New York. These kids could have gone through the big reserve in Ontario. I have a hard time saying it. The one that borders Canada and the United States. I say 99% the kids are with natives. And I want the cops to move your goddamn fat asses, you sons of bitch. Get on the goddamn move. It's been 7 weeks. You guys have the resources. If you...
He is so fucking arrogant. He's saying the RCMP needs to move their GD asses. But he also said the other day that they need to give him information. Well, if they do nothing, then why do you need information? If you have all the answers, why do you need the information?
Gotta break the law. If you gotta pull some strings, whatever you gotta do, go find these goddamn kids. And I'm talking about the states too. You know, there's American.
Don't say the GD kids.
Cops in on this too. So come on, boys. Jesus Christ! If you can't find these kids, nobody can.
According to Darren, at least, he's the center of everything. If Malaya had just consulted with him, he could have solved all their problems. She had to flee the area because she knew he was closing in. He has all the answers and knows exactly what happened. Why can't these silly police get on his level? What I'm really saying is, I think he's a lonely guy.
Thank you. I had not watched this video of the tech. He just said exactly what I said. Get on. Yeah. Why can't the whole RCMP get on Durwood's level? Exactly, Deception Detective. Exactly. I cannot roll my eyes back enough. Mine too. I hate that he's saying that. He calls the RCMP asses, yeah.
Who likes feeling important and getting attention when he goes onto these small YouTube channels and gets treated like a celebrity. If you want to see me expose one of those channels, watch the video on the end card. Until next time, stay true.
Why the hell does anyone give this man attention? I don't understand. I really don't. I want to see this one right here.
The 4-year-old is wearing some blue dinosaur boots. Police say they found a boot print. And listen to this in the radio chatter.
Families brought us to a location there, not far away, that there's a piece of a blanket.
Police won't say anything about a blanket, but Martell says a piece of Lily's blanket was found near the boot print. He says both children.
I know, but doing that for views, it doesn't help. It might help your views, but it doesn't help the case. And if you're really here to be in true crime and to help things, then help things. Don't hurt things, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Children may have undiagnosed autism.
This update on the search for Lilly and Jack Sullivan raises some huge red flags. So in today's video, let's watch it together and break them down. I'll also reveal how I would have asked their stepfather about them if he'd ever accepted my interview invite. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe.
R. Taylor, I'm wondering that myself. Like he's getting in the thick of it. He's really getting in the thick of it.
For exclusives and other cool perks, join the channel. Link in description. I assume most of my subscribers are familiar with the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan from Nova Scotia, but even if you aren't, don't worry because this update doesn't really
Tim Horton. He's got his Tim Horton, and I see his deception deck. I'm going to order me a deck.
Recap. So there's just one last thing I want to say before we grab our deception decks and start watching, and it's this. Hoaxing is really, really hard. A hoaxer can't just make up a story and call it a day. Their hoax has to sound plausible. It has to match any evidence the police or searchers might ever.
Yes. See, he's talking about it. You got to have anchors to that lie, meaning there's got to be some truth into it, right? Of the way the case is heading. So it's got to make sense.
Refined, and it has to be simple enough to memorize perfectly. And if they can somehow do all that, they're still not out of the woods.
I would, Daniel, come up here, honey. I will be so good to you. Just let me interview you one time. Prove me wrong, Daniel. I will back you stronger than anybody. Okay? If you convince me, I will back you. Promise. I was going to say something. Just come up here. Come on up here. Aw, thank you, Lakeside, honeys. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, my lovey. Appreciate you. I feel so sad for Lilly and Jack. Yeah, I know. I feel sad that there is essentially no family doing anything for these kids other than Belinda. Yeah, I'm never going to come up here and treat anybody mean if they come on my show. I'm just not going to do that. Ever. I might disagree with you, but disagreeing with someone is not mean. No, they won't talk to anybody reasonable. Anybody that's actually going to ask them legitimate questions.
They have to be able to deliver that story convincingly under pressure while at
That's why they never go to people who ask them legitimate questions.
the same time making sure never to have a slip of the tongue and accidentally reveal the truth. In other words, hoaxes are fragile things, and if you ask the right questions and phrase them the right way, you might just be able to get them to crack. So without further ado, let's watch.
Do you think those kids are in the woods? From everything I've seen, yes. We got the first call shortly after 11 on Friday morning on the 2nd that there was 2 children lost up here in Lansdowne, and we just deployed the team and got here as fast as we could.
And when you got that first call, did anything stand out about that first call? Was it unique or unusual?
It's not common to have two lost subjects in that kind of scenario. So with kids like that, it's not common to have the two. It's not uncommon, so a pair of hikers is overdue or something like that. But with kids, it is a little uncommon to have two gone missing.
Have you found anything?
The only thing that we had was the boot prints of everybody. And we still cannot 100% say that they belong to the children, but that was pretty much the only thing that we had.
You think they're in the woods?
I have not been told anything to lead me to any other conclusion at this point.
Why can't you find them?
They're small. They'd be hiding. They would have crawled underneath something probably when they got tired. They could have gone further than what we searched.
And thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for saying that as being part of the nation. They would never hide those kids. They're law-abiding citizens. Ever. Well, I think she's just being she's going along with it because she's searching. And she's just saying what law enforcement has said. I think it's insulting for people to say that the First Nation people are hiding them. I think it's insulting to the people. I really do. And it deletes. Yeah, I got you.
There's all kinds of scenarios, unfortunately. So we're on Lansdowne Road. It was in one of the areas that was searched extensively, as you can tell from like the flagging tape in the woods. So when teams are tasked, they get a bearing or a waypoint or both for where they are to start. So they come down into the woods and they'll tie a ribbon so they know where their start point is. And then they start on their compass bearing into the woods. As you can see another.
I don't understand a lot of other people. Like, if you don't say the truth and you don't speak the truth about what's really happening, then you're not getting to the truth. And people just want to like listen to Durwood. And it just blows my mind when he is absolutely unreliable.
Another flag. So this is where they were going straight into the woods. So they're following their bearing, putting their flag line down and searching at the same time, coming up through all of this stuff.
How much of this is down because of Fiona?
A lot of this is down because of Fiona, and some of it could have come down after the fact, but the vast majority of it was probably from Fiona. So grid searching comes in different types. So we have type 1, type 2, and type 3.
So do I. I mean, out of all of these people that are speaking to them, have they not asked him, hey, Daniel, what dirt roads did you go up? Where did you go on the four-wheeler trail? I'm not sure we would get a truthful answer, but it would be interesting to see what he says, right? It would be interesting to see what he says. What culverts did you look through? Right? All of this. Daniel, after you was working on the chicken wire the evening before, tell me about the evening. What all did you do that evening? I haven't seen Daphne today. Oh, be careful, be in Florida. Why was the ATV clean, spotless? You going up and down all those dirt roads should have a hell of a lot more mud on it than that, in my opinion. When did you say you jumped in your car? Well, when did you jump on your four-wheeler? And then when did you jump over the fence? After that army guy said that you could search again. Where is the waist deep water? Bingo. None of these questions are asked. It's like, why? Anti-authority about government service, indigenous identity issues, and suspicious of other people mistrusting him. I'd be taking old Uncle Darren off. It's very bizarre. Yeah. He said he was wearing two different clothes, one the first day, another second. And when is the last time you seen those two shirts that you said you pray to God they're not with Jack and Lilly? When's the last time you seen those? Now, Malaya asked for a kid's stuffed animal and the children's birth certificates. And people was all suspicious of that. Oh my God, she must have them, or she gave them away to someone, is why she's wanting this. No, that doesn't mean that. Number one, she is their mother. She left with nothing. She left with nothing. Okay. But Daniel is saying, God, I hope Malaya didn't set me up. And also, hold on a second. I just thought of something. He's saying, he was saying the kids are alive with Malaya. Gave him to somebody. But then he's implying he hopes those shirts aren't found with Jack and Lilly. You know what that means, right? Implying they're not alive. That's implying if they're not alive, someone's setting him up. To me, that just told me he knows. Right there. Now, who said she asked for birth certificates and stuffed animals if she has not talked to him since she left? So there was a text. It was someone Malaya asked. I don't know if it was like family or who it was. I don't know. I can't remember. There's a text. I've got it somewhere. And it states, when you go there, go to Daniel's house, will you see if he will give me my one of the kids' plushies, their stuffed animals, and their birth certificates. But Daniel's saying, no, they're taken away. Malaya took them, gave them away to someone. But Lord have mercy, I hope those 2 shirts aren't found with the kids. She was home with him Friday night. A unicorn for Jack and a giraffe for Meadow. Yes, SL. Justin, the shirt thing leads me to believe kids. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, who says that? Who says 2 shirts? And to be honest with you, why 2 shirts? Why 2 shirts? Let's get into that for a minute. Why 2 shirts? Do you have someone with you? I don't know. I'm just wondering if, like, school pictures as well. I don't know. I mean, I just think sometimes, they. Yeah, I know he was in my. He's just a liar. That's all it is.
A type 1 is fairly open. So if we're looking more for signs of travel or say larger objects, so if we know they have a backpack or something like that, we can space people out, 10, 20 meters apart. And especially if we think somebody's going to be responsive, so they're going to talk to us when they're calling to us, we'll do open. We were doing closed grid or type 2, so teams were very close together because we were expecting children to be hiding.
I have an entire card in my deception deck about interviewing hoaxers and getting them to slip up. I'll put it on your screen in a moment if you want to read the full rule, but the gist is if you can increase their cognitive load or the amount of thinking they need to do in a short period of time, the more likely they are to slip up. In this case, if Daniel had accepted my invite for an interview, I would have asked him about that radio chatter I played at the intro to this video, where the searcher said that he and the kid's mother, Malaya, were the ones who directed them to the area where they found the boot print. Because if he's a hoaxer, he's probably the one who planted that stuff there in order to sell the hoax that the kids wandered off. And if that's the case, like any good hoaxer, he'd probably already have a prepared answer for any direct question about how he.
All right, let's see what this says. Let's see what the DD's deck says. When dealing with uncooperative subjects, a key tactic is to increase their cognitive load. The stress of lying combined with this increased mental demand can significantly disrupt the liar's thought process. Effective techniques include 1, surprise, asking unexpected questions that someone fabricating a story is unlikely to have anticipated. 2, detail, probing for intricate, it's hard for me to say, details that are often omitted in fabricating a narrative. Reversal, requesting the subject to recount their. Damn, I was getting ready to say that, DD. I would have asked Daniel, he'll know because he's watching right now. I would have asked Daniel to tell me what happened in reverse. Tell me, mother chicken, what happened in reverse. Yep. He's got it. Reversal, requesting the subject to recount their story in reverse chronological order. Speed, demanding quick responses and imposing penalties for hesitation. These methods can effectively unbalance the deceitful individual, revealing potential inconsistencies in their account. Yep. Yep. It's hard. It's easier for people to lie, in a chronological order from beginning to end. It's much harder for them to go in backwards. Yes, and Maria, you know what I think he's telling us there, in my opinion? I think he's telling us about the boot print there. I don't think he was looking for the kids there. I think he's putting that boot out there. And I actually think something happened Thursday night to those babies. And I think Thursday night, going into midnight, into Friday morning, I think that is when, in my opinion, this was plotted and planned. And I think whatever happened then. He supposedly ran the kids. Yeah, he supposedly, when Janie out in the driveway filling a hole. Yeah. Daniel, what Daniel said he was working on chicken wire. Did he say what part of the yard and what he was doing? Yeah, no, there is no such thing as just one boot print. No. Do you know how many times, when I say plotted and planned, I mean after planned, really, afterwards? He said back fence. What did he say he was doing? I just know if he was working on with chicken wire. How was he fixing it, though? Was he putting post? He did? He said cementing 2 fence posts. Where did he say that, Paul? Yes, lovely. I think anybody's capable of doing that personally. I have not heard that. I have yet to see chicken wire on the back of the fence at all on the fence. I just think it's interesting how he talks about, yes, after putting up barbed wire. Where did he say it at? You're funny. The dog could have attacked when he was. I don't think so, Linda. I think it's very unlikely to be unalived by 2 children by 1 dog. I don't know. I mean, it could happen, but with that lady first, he said he was not in a deep sleep at all. Oh, yeah. What brother has the dog had to go? Justin or Cody? There's a container there with cement. Really? Let's look at this. Let's pull it up. Well, where the hell did it go? Okay. Give me a second. Where did it go? Okay. Here we go. Let's look at this. Fucking A. Hold on. Look at all that cement. Or gravel 1. Pea gravel. Just gets blurrier. Look at God, that doesn't look good. A luggage and then rocks and totes. Holy shit. That does not look good right there. You've got luggage, rocks, and totes. That doesn't look good. It just doesn't. I was watching a case recently where they put a child in a tote like this and then put rocks and cement in it, filled it, and sunk it in the bottom of a deep lake. The child was missing for like 15 years. Scuba divers found it. And a trash can. Yeah. And that's what you would use. That's the kind of thing you would use in water. Thank you, lady. Thank you, baby. Bottom left of that green tote. I was just looking to see if he's got any scratches on him. Got some there and there, but nothing. That looks like a sled. An old shopping cart with rope on it. Another tote. Oh, look at there. That's like hold on. You see that right there? That's like a handle to a shovel or something. Mm-mm-mm. Not a good feeling, guys. Luggage, trash can, totes over there, shovels, rocks. Dan has dirt on his butt. Well, let me check when this was. Hold on. Here, I'll let y'all see a bigger 1 second. How do I do this? There you go. Let me find this thing real quick. Oh, God. This was May 4th or May 5th. May 4th or May 5th. May 4th or May 5th. Yep. Yep. Photo was after children went missing and Malaya was gone. Yes. Funny how he did only 2 fence posts. Potholes. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Just thought of something. You got to give me a second, y'all, but this will tell us something. Hopefully. Okay. Make sure this is the one. Nope, that's not the one. Is that it? That's not it. Where's Lilly and Jack's file? I gotta find their file 1 second, guys. Okay, here we go. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate it. Where were these potholes at? Where were these potholes? That they were feeling. By the road, but in the driveway. In the driveway. Okay. Daniel, let me just show you something because I know you're watching. Okay. You see these individuals, all of these volunteers, and look at all those cars, and you're now saying that You knew Malaya is hiding the kids and you allowed all of this to happen? Bullshit. Absolute
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Let's see here. Look at there. The 2000 season features a new seasonal award outside the Lunkers of the Year on the species. Congratulations, Daniel Martell, who was the only member to post 6 different species of fish. Okay. Here we go. Maybe right there is where they filled it. I find this story very convenient that you were filling potholes in the night before. Maybe these? Is that what they mean? 3 little small ass potholes? Come on. So convenient. It was just above freezing. Yes, when it's freezing outside, there's nothing more that I love to do than go fill some potholes in the driveway. Why? I mean, respectfully, I can think of 1,000 other things that should have been done around that house than filling in 3 small ass potholes. But now, I can't remember who in chat told me that there was cement. I don't know if it's cement or rock, or concrete, which is cement and bigger rock. You've got luggage, trash, totes, shovel handles. Well, they just sitting here waiting. Isn't that something? Stepdad telling stories. Mom. Yeah, clean ass ATV. From chat, he's got blood in his ear and Justin's been up all night. Why is Daniel in the shirt, but Justin's dressed for winter? I was wondering, I didn't see the blood in the ear thing, but I was wondering about why Justin is all covered up like that. I did wonder, but I didn't say anything. He's got blood in his ear? He doesn't got blood in his ear. I don't see blood in the ear. Rubber boots, though. Daniel, what's going through your mind there? Something's going through your mind there. You're really thinking hard. You can tell he is. Yes. And the inside, according to Belinda, said it was really bad. Daniel isn't as innocent as he pleads to be. He's not fooling me. If it gets mind muddy, I drive through the dam to get it clean before riding. Well, Zoo, this is the thing. If you are driving your four-wheeler, searching for your kids, though, you get what I mean? You're not going to worry about running it through the mud to get it clean. You know what I mean? It really is the cleanest thing on the property. They know. It also showed searchers' ATVs, and they were covered in mud from. Oh, really? Daniel said he's going up all these trails. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on, not Daniel Martell. Lilly and Jack Sullivan. Search ATV. Let me see if I can find it. You know, you'll find better search results if you spell Lily's name Lily, because that's how we like everyone started thinking in the beginning. It was Lily, and you will get better search results if you spell it Lily. I mean, look at, it's muddy, and there should be all kinds of mud, you would think. Right? What day was this? Let me check what day was this. Oh, bless their hearts. Let me show y'all this. Why does it not? Why does it keep doing that? All comments, maybe? Look at little Lily and Jack here. Belinda said it was just as bad inside. And here, they look good. They look fine, these kids. They look great. People were saying Daniel had a camouflage collared ATV. I don't know. I live in Nova Scotia and it rained for days. Well, that's what I was going to show you right here. I mean, look at this. Two seconds. It won't let me make it bigger. Oh, it will. Yeah. Look at him searching. Yeah, even if it didn't rain, it would be dusty going up the muddy trails or the dusty trails. don't think this picture is in their trailer. What picture in their trailer? The picture I just showed you? Oh yeah, it's there. It's in their yard. I mean, look how muddy it is. It's terrible. Look at this one. I mean, they're just standing in mud. RCMP probably know, but without evidence, their bodies in confession. But their shoes and the four-wheeler tires are very clean. I mean, there's a little dirt under the four-wheeler, but you know, you move it 10 feet, there's going to be dirt under it. That's what it does. Rained on Friday, the day they were reported missing. Well, yeah, do you remember Daniel doing that blue when it's that real brief clip of him talking, pouring the rain down. Probably right, Linda. Water hose and rain contaminated evidence in yard. I can't do nothing. What was that? Hold on, what was that? Where was that? I can't do north of Cincinnati. Burr, cold all the time. Oh my God. Hell, Cincinnati is freaking cold. But I live in the same climate as Cincinnati, so I can't stand it. Like, I'm literally going to probably move in the next year. Can't do it. Can't do it. Or at least be a snowbird. Water hose not attached to faucet when freezing weather. Well, some people just cover them up. M said her only statement talked about it raining on Friday, and she hoped they were warmer. You're right. You're right, Linda. Yep, and that's when the blue shirt is the first day, Daniel, that evening. Why is Daniel afraid the mom took his shirts to frame him? There must be something to be framed for. Well, that's what we were saying. He's saying that I know Malaya took the kids. I just don't know where they are. But he also said, I hope nobody is setting me up. Malaya's not setting me up. And they find the two shirts with the kids. That just tells me they're not alive, in my opinion, after that. And that he knows where they are, in my opinion. Anytime we go through mud on our four-wheeler, we spray ours off immediately with the, yeah. You might spray it off, but if your kid's missing, you're not going to care. She said it's a little warmer today. So they'll be warmer today. I'm hoping they're warmer today. Yeah. No, honey, I know it's spelled Lilly, but in the beginning, when Jack and Lilly first went missing, everyone was spelling it Lily. That's how we all thought it was spelled. That's how but you will get, like, if you're searching for Jack and Lilly, search Lily. as well, because you'll get sometimes better search results. Do they look like clean? Malaya told her baby daddy mother, I have Meadow. She's safe with me. If you want to know about your grandbabies, then you can contact the RCMP. Who says that? Murray, I'm assuming Durwood said that. Right? Durwood said that. I don't even want to blame Malaya for saying that, if she didn't say it. Love Norris Lake, though, yes. Who said it? Did Durwood say that, or did Malaya? That's what I want to know. What was it? So, in my opinion, she knew they were outside in the cold. Absolutely. No, Malaya's mother said that. Where did she say that at? That's what I'm saying. Because if Durwood says that Malaya's mom says that, I just don't believe it, to be quite honest with you. Belinda said it. Malaya said it to her. Actually, I think there is a text of that I did see. I know a lot of them are. Yeah, it was in a text. Yeah. But if Belinda said it, see, I don't even know if I believe it. I believe Belinda. I believe Belinda. But that phone number, see, I don't believe it. I believe Belinda. But if Belinda got that, I believe someone text Belinda that pretending to be Malaya. Malaya's not going to say that. Malaya's not going to say that. Number one. Malaya doesn't want anyone to contact the RCMP. Number two. And number three, I think that came from one of Danny Boy's people. Yes, Belinda said she doesn't talk to her like that. Malaya's not going to do that. I believe that's Daniel or mom or brother. I don't think so. I don't think so. It is rogue. That's the thing. If somebody could just tell the truth one good time, but they don't want to, be accountable. I think it was probably a spoof number. They can mask their number to look like someone else's number. Daniel with the big words. Yeah, right. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I didn't get anything I did get some things, but I wanted to do a lot more, but it's already past midnight. So I can't get past how relaxed Malaya is. She's shaking in her boots. She's shaking in her boots. She's not relaxed, but her relaxation comes from fear. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Lovey. Thank you guys. Thank you, honeys. I gotta make some. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Daniel, Malaya, Generator Janny. Tell the truth. There's children out there somewhere. And tell where they are. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Lucan. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Thank you. I got to make some videos, so they'll be out very later in the morning or sometimes tomorrow. I schedule them at different hours from the pop-up, so it will. The truth shall set you free, and when you're truthful, you are free indeed. All right, guys. What's that? Stephen Stearns update. Judges allowing phone to be admissible in court. Awesome. I've got a lot of documents on Stephen Stearns. If any members want it, just let me know. Thank you, guys. Love you. I'll send them to you. Bye-bye.